This video is one in the series on matrix indicator trading. And in this video, we're going to focus on the MACD crossover indicator. This is a new indicator that's been created to give traders an easy way using dots or show me's, is what TradeStation calls them, placed directly on the bar chart, showing information about the current state of the MACD and giving an indication as to how close the market is before a MACD crossover would occur. We have on this desktop, we have a matrix. This one happens to be a MACD matrix. We have two bar charts. They're both identical and set to different intervals. And both of the bar charts contain a MACD, traditional MACD indicator at the bottom of the chart. MACD is one of the most elegant and beautiful to look at indicators ever created for trading markets. The way you read a MACD is using the angles that are shown. This is a slow moving average, and the yellow line is a fast moving average. If the angle that these two lines create, in this case, right about here, it indicates that the market is going up as these open upward. When they open downward, like this, it indicates that the market is going down. Now, MACD is not always accurate. Sometimes it'll indicate one state, and you can see that the market is going in another state, and that's a divergent state, not a subject of this video. So what the MACD crossover indicator does is on each bar, it places a dot that indicates the minor direction of the market, but also the closer the dot is to the market, the closer it is to making a crossover. So the way you would read this is on this bar, the market, as indicated on this bar, closed at 1.63343. This dot is at 344. So it's very close to where the market is. It's only a couple of ticks away from actually crossing over. And we see that, in fact, the market did cross over between that bar and the next bar. So the way this would be read is this dot here on the crossover indicator says that the market on this bar would have had to move from its closing value right here all the way up to here before it crossed up. For the next bar, it's closer to the market, so a crossover is more imminent. On this bar, we can see the same thing. The dots then form a pattern that traders can use for a visual indication as to how close the market is to potentially crossing over. And like I said, we saw that here that it crossed over between this bar and this bar. So the dots are colored green if the dot is lower on the chart than the previous dot, and it's giving an indication as to a potential move of the market. We can see that the dots were green from here to down here on this bar, and we can see that, in fact, for that trend, the bars actually moved up. Now, as the trade or the current state of the MACD matures, the dots will begin moving closer and closer to the market. At first, they move away, indicating a strong uptrend when these go down. When they start moving up towards where the market is, you can see that it crossed over on this bar here. This dot was underneath the market, this dot is above the market, and in fact, reflected on the MACD, you can see that there was in fact a crossover. So these dots accurately predict visually when the market is potentially going to cross over. We see an example here where the market started going, the dots started going down, indicating that there was an uptrend, a minor uptrend with the market, and that's reflected in the bars. But then on this bar, they move further away from the market. And that, the way you would read that as a trader is that you could safely stay short in this market because it's down. You should be short at this point. And we can see that, it did go not sharply down, but it went down, and then it sort of evened out or went slightly up, reflected by these green dots, but then the dot moved further away. So there's more safety in staying short in this market because the crossover is not imminent. So if we continue this trend further down, we can see that the dots are safely away from the market. Now they approach the market, but they're not crossing over yet, and we can see that that's reflected in the market that it's still going down. Now at this point, when the market then crosses into the current values, there was in fact a crossover. So this new indicator is a powerful, easy to read, easy to use indicator that gives a quick visual reference to where the market is in terms of MACD. And so traders using this can have more confidence in staying in the market, or have another indicator that shows them visually on the bar chart when the market would be crossing over. Now you have that information in the MACD as well, but it's much harder to read. So this indicator is available as part of the Matrix Indicator Trading Package that can be found on the TradeStation network, in their strategy network, the tools. You can acquire that. There's a free 10-day trial where you can use this at no risk. And like I said, it provides a powerful new tool for traders to use either with a matrix, in this case a MACD matrix, or without. Any strategy that a trader uses that has MACD as part of the strategy, this is a powerful new addition to your toolkit that you can use to help ease your mind about staying or getting out of a trade based on how close these dots are to the market. I hope this has been helpful, and please subscribe to this channel on YouTube, and you'll be provided with notices about updates. And I hope this was useful and something that you can use in your trading. Thank you very much for watching.